Hi guys, my name is Sadhana. I know you can't see my face because I can't change back to looking in the front. So today I'm going to share something so cool. It's going to be so exciting, and I got this for my birthday, and I hope you like it too. So this is called Snap Circuits. So it's all about science. Very nice, very fun. It's it's not really boring. It's not like the homework type of science, but it's the fun way of putting science together. So it's by a company called Elenco, right over there. And Elenco makes a lot of kids science fun, exciting, joyful stuff. They also have a website. It's just www.elenco.com. And so there's different varieties of snap circuits, but the one I got for my birthday is snap circuit sound. Now, snap circuit sound, the first thing that comes to mind is you take a lot of circuits, which are all these little pieces you see over here, and in the end, they make cool sounds. But there's also snap circuit light, which makes a lot of different lights, which make different light colors and stuff, and makes cool sound effects too, because of the piano, which is also called a U26. So if we open this up, first thing we see is a manual. So this comes with the manual, and the manual is the main part because this tells you how to make it and what it does, and this is like your Bible. You need this for sure. So as I mentioned before, to build all these circuits into one, you need to they give it with a board. And it's kind of like a geoboard, but you build everything on top of this, which is what we're going to do today. So if we open up our manual, we get a little table of all the circuits that are in here, and there's also 2 or 3 pages of what each circuit does and its job. It gives you some do's and don'ts it gives you do's and don'ts of what not to do right over here. Do's and don'ts of not building circuits. When I first got this, my dad told me to read this part first because this is main, and because sometimes people like me want to make weird combinations like this one over here, and then it ends up in something really wrong. So you don't want to do that, and try not to do that. And this is just the table of contents of all the projects you're going to be doing. There's 93 projects. No, there's 188 projects, which is going to be really fun. Today we're going to be doing project number 1. And take a look over here of how they organized how to do everything. So this is project number 1. As you can see, I already did all these. Now, each one of them has like a check mark to do it. If you can see, I did all these stuff. So, let's get started. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, what I always do, my way of doing it is to first build and then read. So the reading always tells me like what to do. So let's start building. You might do it in a different way by first reading, but everyone's different. But it always works out. So it starts off with this U26 or the keyboard. So I got my U26 right over here. So I'm going to take that and put it where it says A. So I'm going to line it up with the letter A, A1. So I'm going to look in my geoboard where I see A1. And I see A1 right over here. So I'm going to line that up. One sec. So we've got our keyboard down. That took some time because I couldn't hold the camera and put it at the same time. So we've got the U26 down. And then next we have little pieces to join. Now I always think of this as like Lego, but without like, I always think of this as Lego blocks, but it's the only difference is that they have like all different sizes and pieces, but Lego has only colors. But different, but same size. So there's also these little connecting pieces. So if you take a look at it, I just have a quick fact. All these stuff, this, all of those are connected to each other by all these little connectors, is what I call them. All these blue stuff are called connectors, and that's what connects. Let's say I want to connect this piece, this slide switch to this slide switch. To do that, I would use a connector, or else it won't work if it's supposed to connect. So what I'm using is a connector right now, a number 5 connector to connect this and this. Now, I'll explain after. So I'm going to take a number 5, and if you don't, and how I know it's number 5, it says it right in the middle of it. So I'm going to look for a number 5 and see where that person went. So I'm going to connect that. And if you see where the book says to connect it, connects right over here in the first part. And the first part, it's just like a plus sign, so like those are like the different, it shows you where to connect it. And then we have to connect this. Now this is, you have to put, so in this set you need 4 AA batteries, so these are 2 of them. And then there's another one, which is another 2, so 4. So I already put in my batteries, and I will show you. So you see my 2 AA batteries? And I'm going to connect them. And after that, it says to connect an S1 slide switch. Now, slide switches are what you use to switch on or off the circuit to make it work. So if you keep the slide switch off, then it won't work, even if you press the keys on the keyboard. So I'm going to add in a slide switch right now. It says S1. There's an S1. There's 2 S1 slide switches, but you're going to need only 1 for this project. Easy peasy project. So this is my S1 slide switch. As you can see, you can on and off it. So I'm going to connect that in. So if you see over here, I can go off, on, off, on. So you always want to start it off with being off, because it might make some crazy noises that need to start off with the low volume. So always make sure to keep it off. You never know what happens. And it says to connect another B1 battery. So these are my other two AA batteries that I'm going to connect. So I've connected that. And so when I have two pieces, you need to connect them. So so the main point of this is you can't leave two pieces alone. Because that won't work, and you need something to connect it. It could be either a connector or a slide switch. It could be anything that works that connects two things together. And next, you need an SP2 speaker. An SP2 speaker is where sound comes from in most of them. You would need this in most of them. This is very common to use. So I'm not going to connect that. If you can see in the book, I'm not going to connect that to the last one. I'm going to connect to the second last one. So I'm not going to connect it to anything yet, but I will soon. So next, I'm going to take the B1 and connect a 2. So I'm going to connect it to, so as I said, everything needs to connect. So I'm going to connect the two over here to the battery and the speaker. Now I'm going to show you something that happens. When I do that, you see how this lifts up. So, but when I put it up, this goes down. But when I pull this back down, this goes up. But the point of this is to make sure that all the circuits are connected. All the circuits are like put down onto the little puck, onto the little pointy stuff, unless it's not connected. So what I'm going to do with this is, if you look carefully in the book, it says 1. Now there's also number 1 connectors. So and it has an arrow that points to the end of the 2, which means I'm going to take my number 1 my number 1 connector. They come with 3 number 1 connectors. You would use them all in one. Sometimes you would use them all in one circuit. So this is my number 1 connector. It says the number 1 in it right there. So I'm going to put that on the bottom of this number 2. Not on top of the speaker, or not on the top of the number 2, and connect the speaker on the bottom. Okay, so we've got that connected, and look, it's all standing up. So, yep. And then what else do we need to add? Oh, we need a number 3 connector. Right over here in the last. And now that's there. And let's check if we've added everything. So, Okay, now since we've got our whole, I'll show you a picture of our whole circuit. So this is our whole circuit. And I always like to check 2 times to see if I've got everything I needed. And if I do, I start reading my manual and see what to do. Now in our manual, I'll just read it out loud. It says, Snap circuits use electronic books that snap onto a clear plastic grid to build different circuits. These blocks have different colors and numbers on them so that you can easily identify them. Build a circuit shown on the left by placing all the parts with a black one next to them on the board first. Okay, we did that. Then assemble parts marked with a 2. Then assemble the part marked with a 3. Note that the one snap wire is placed beneath the speaker installed 2. So they're talking about the number 1 battery the number 1 connector we put. into each of the battery holders. Oh no, never mind. They're talking about the AA batteries you put into each one of those two, in each one of these two. I told you it's very important. If you have not done so already, turn on the slide switch S1 and press any of the keys on the keyboard to hear tones. So which is what we're going to do. I told you to have it off. So we're going to on it now. And you're going to hear this, like, oh, watch it again. You're going to hear this sound that says it's right. One tone from the blue keys and one tone from the green keys. If you press two keys at the same color, then the higher pitched one will be played. So we've on it, and now we're going to play it. Now, if you want to play a song, there's always notes named for you. So this one's C sharp, D sharp, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, B, and then the greens are the low notes, and the blues are the low notes. The greens are the high notes. So if you do the C, this high C is. So if you go to now, I'm going to show you guys a song. On one of the other projects, they give you notes to play a song, which is Project 3. It's called Be a Musician. So if we want to play Mary Had a Little Lamb, it's E, D, C, D, E, 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 D, 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 E, G, G. I'll show you that. So, okay. Okay, the C kind of sounds off, but that's what you do. And you can use the tune bar over here, which is what I'm switching. And it's like the one in electric pianos where you can change the pitch of it. So if we put C, I'm gonna just not show you guys because I need two hands. Okay, so I guess the tune doesn't work in this one. But the projects further on, like Project 6 and stuff, there's gonna be so awesome. And so yeah. So this is Snap Circuits. This is Snap Circuits sound. Builds over 185 exciting projects. Make cool sound effects. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. And if you haven't gotten it yet for your birthday, don't wait. Even if it's tomorrow, go buy it right now. Because this is going to like change your world. It's going to be like awesome. And you're going to be the best person in class. My name is Sadhana. Again, I'm 10 years old. And I will meet you next time for another Snap Circuit video. Thank you. Bye.